Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final episode of Mechanical Mayhem. We have 4 competitors left, so without further ado, let's get straight into our first match. Our first match of the night is going to be Pumpkin versus Phantom. These are 2 of the heaviest hitters in the competition, so it's no surprise that they've made it this far, but only one of them can keep their undefeated record so far. So let's look at the stats one more time, shall we? Let's start off with Phantom. Coming into this season, a rookie only having about 2 exhibition matches, Phantom has been punching well above its expectations, and they have looked really solid. And they have a wedge that they're going to go with this match, so they're going to see if they can kind of make sure that frame stays together to absorb enough hits from Pumpkin and dish out. They should have a weapon advantage here, so they're going to try to dish out as much punishment to Pumpkin as they can. Next up, we have Pumpkin. While they started off the season incredibly strong, they have started to show signs of weakness. They have been having electronic issues behind the scenes, but they have fixed everything, except they have gone from a 2-cell lithium-ion battery to a 1-cell lithium polymer battery. So look for it to still hit hard, but it's not going to hit incredibly hard. They might get like a couple of gashes on Phantom, but they shouldn't be getting those like resilience style hits. So that will hurt them, but they should still have more than enough power to compensate for that. So without further ado, let's see how this match plays out down at the box. The robots are in the arena and the fight is just about to begin. So here we go. You can see me in the top right. And right off the bat, Phantom getting a little bit quicker out the box. Looks like they are kind of stalemating with Phantom's wedge and Pumpkin's kind of stabilizing forks, but there was a good shot there. And Phantom looks to be a lot more controlled and getting a massive shot on Pumpkin. You can see when that drum can catch that bottom lip on Pumpkin, it can really toss him. But Pumpkin, nothing to shrug at. They can absolutely do a lot of damage, getting to the back of Phantom there. And it looks like they might have hurt Phantom's drive, but Phantom with a nice another shot there. Phantom just needs to be careful of those back wheels. If Pumpkin touches them, we've seen it, they can rip out Resilience's wheels. They can easily rip out Phantom's as well. I'm not sure if that's wheel damage or if the motor has been shaken loose on Phantom. But you can see their left side drive's a little intermittent, but another great shot there on Pumpkin. Pumpkin honestly might be on the back foot. Another good shot there from Phantom. Phantom's getting better weapon-on-weapon engagements, but Pumpkin's just kind of going around the box. Phantom is trying to get to Pumpkin. Pumpkin might need to be a little bit more aggressive if they want a solid shot at winning this match. Right now, it is fairly even, though, but you might have to start giving it to Phantom. That being said, Pumpkin with 3 nice shots there. You can see that wedge on Phantom is starting to peel off on that right side. So we have to watch to see if that sticks on for the rest of the match. Phantom now getting to the side of Pumpkin. A nice shot there from Pumpkin, sending Phantom flying to the other side of the box. Now a couple good more shots. Phantom running into Pumpkin's weapon. Pumpkin getting some good shots. Phantom really good at getting to the sides of Pumpkin. That was one other thing the battery reduction did to Pumpkin, was slow down its drive. So Phantom's actually quicker now than Pumpkin would. Pumpkin would be quicker than Phantom. But in this circumstance, Phantom actually has the speed advantage. Getting to the side of Pumpkin once again. They have been very well controlled this match, even getting hit in the face by Pumpkin several times. They've remained fairly calm, all things considered. You can see another good shot there between the 2. Pumpkin trying to chase down Phantom now. Phantom just able to sidestep a little quicker than Pumpkin is able to turn. That might really help him if this goes to a judge's decision. Now Phantom in the corner. Pumpkin, they have an opportunity to capitalize, and it looks like the right side of Phantom's drive is down. And Pumpkin really needs to take an opportunity here. They have done damage, but they need to capitalize on it. They need to pile it up. As we come to the closing seconds of the match, it looks like Pumpkin misses the opportunity to get a solid shot on a crippled Phantom, and that is going to be the end of the match. And the judges have awarded it to Phantom. Good job to Phantom. They were able to be more aggressive and more controlled. Pumpkin still in the tournament, just in the loser's bracket. So they will be facing the winner of Blank versus Mayhem. 2 veteran robots fighting each other several times before. This is about the third time they've crossed paths, if I can remember correctly, fourth even. But let's start off with Blank. Every time Blank has lost to Mayhem, they have innovated and come back stronger. So do not count them out in this match. They are hitting hard. If their drive can stay up to task, they absolutely can win this match. Mayhem has been having durability issues, and Blank fully intends to expose them, and they have the strength to do so. Now let's go with Mayhem. Mayhem has been on solid form for a lot of the season, but recently they have been a little shaken up by the likes of Squish and Pumpkin. So are they starting to slip? We're going to have to see. But if they can fix those issues and get back in the ring in full form, they absolutely have this match in their grasps. So will Mayhem go 4-0 for Blank, or will Blank get their first win against their longtime rival? Without further ado, let's find out down at the box. All right, these two guys are in the arena, and the fight is just about to begin. Right out the gate, we can see Mayhem coming to the middle of the box. Blank taking a little bit more of a scenic route. But again, both of these robots not at full form right now. But you got to think their weapons are pretty decent. But Mayhem's durability has taken a hit. And Blank just came off of a nasty, nasty win against Tungsten. Having to replace that motor and having a lot of gashes taken out of that weapon. But both robots seem to be moving fairly well. We just need to keep a lookout to see if Mayhem's forks can stay on, and if Blank gets flipped over. They do have an opportunity to self-right with that drum, or drama, I guess, but it's not 100% guaranteed. But Blank pinning Mayhem here, pretty solid. Mayhem not looking as controlled as usual. And Blank looking a little squirrely, but altogether, all things considered, they look pretty solid. But none of these robots really have the drive power at this point of the tournament to ramp up and catch each other. And it looks like Mayhem has actually stopped moving entirely. That weapon is off. I believe that robot is dead. You got to think the battery just went out on Mayhem, and it looks like that is going to be a KO for Blank. Finally, Blank finally coming off with a win against their longtime rival. Good job to them. Unfortunate for Mayhem, but sometimes these things just happen. Without further ado, let's get into our next match, which is going to be, again, Blank versus Pumpkin. We've already shown the stats of the robots, so no need to do it again. Let's start off with Blank, though. They are going to go with their wedge configuration, and they're just going to hope to do what Phantom did and uppercut Pumpkin with that slower tip speed. It is possible, but not entirely probable. And Pumpkin, they're just looking to take as many chunks out of those wedges on Blank as possible and just keep on hitting them. If they can get the inside of that wedge, they can absolutely rip open the side of Blank. Will they be able to do that? Let's find out down at the box. The robots are in the arena, and it looks like the fight's just about to begin. And we can see both robots getting up to speed, both a little hesitant to come out their corners, but Pumpkin with a great shot there. You can see Blank is definitely quicker, but Pumpkin definitely has the reach that they need to get good shots on those wedges. And another great shot there by Pumpkin. If Pumpkin is known for one thing, it is destroying the drivetrains on robots, and Blank's isn't the most reliable, so that could work out really good in Pumpkin's favor. And already you can see that right side of Blank's drive might be a little finicky. You can see them trying to drive backwards, and they kind of go in an arc. But now getting to the back of Pumpkin, Blank is actually in a very good position here. But that right side drive is starting to really struggle now. Pumpkin, they're able to just kind of slowly maneuver over, deliver that weapon, slowly get away, let it spin back up, and deliver it again. And they delivered it straight into the screws again. Those things are not going to come back next season, probably, if there is a next season. Anyhow, another great shot there by Pumpkin, and another good shot there as well. Blank starting to look a little wobbly, but that armor is holding together very strong. Blank, luckily, is one of the most armored robots in the tournament, so I doubt that they'll get knocked out, but they are going to need to make an impressive showing to overcome the shots Pumpkin is delivering. Both robots looking decently controlled and fairly aggressive. Pumpkin kind of circling, just trying to get their weapon up to speed to make sure that they get as good of hits on Blank as possible, and Blank just trying to follow Pumpkin and kind of just shove their face in Pumpkin's fist and try to break something that way. Blank hasn't gotten the best weapon engagement, and a good shot there from Pumpkin. You can see Pumpkin actually ripped the back left wheel loose on Blank. Now, those are just dead wheels. They don't actually move at all. So Blank's not going to have any issues driving. But it is damage that is going in favor of Pumpkin, which Blank really doesn't want right now. Both robots still pretty aggressive, pretty controlled. They're fairly even there, so this fight might come down to, can Blank get impressive shots on Pumpkin before Pumpkin piles up the damage? So far the answer is no, so I would say Blank is on the back foot, but they do get a good shot there on Pumpkin, and a nice little pin in that corner, and another couple good shots. But Pumpkin able to kind of scurry away, turn around, and put Blank in the exact same situation that Blank just put them in. On a nice shot there from Pumpkin, spinning Blank around. Another good little shot, and a nice little pop there. I'm not sure if that was Pumpkin bouncing off of Blank's wedge or Blank actually getting a good little shot on Pumpkin. But we are coming to the close of the match, and it looks like that is going to be the end of the match. And it goes to the judges. And the judges award it to Pumpkin. Just doing a little more consistent with that spinner. So good job to them. And while it is sad to see Blank go, you can't say that they didn't put up a good fight. Now, this does mean that the finals match is going to be a rematch between Pumpkin and Phantom. Now, while Pumpkin's strategy is the exact same, Phantom's is a little different this time around. They've cut off the middle section of their wedge in hopes that they can still have the armor on the sides, but they can get a little bit more weapon engagement with that drum. Now, the sides of Phantom are epoxied on, so they should be able to tank at least a nerfed version of Pumpkin, but we're not entirely sure. So this is a big gamble from Phantom, since that front wedge is meant to help hold the robot together against horizontals. So will it pay off for them? It's a big gamble for a championship match, but one that could pay off in dividends. So without further ado, let's see what happens for the last time down at the box. For the last time, the robots are in the arena, and the fight is about to begin. Right off the gate, you can see Phantom coming out with a nice box rush, getting straight to the side of Pumpkin. It looks like that drum might be getting a little bit more engagement, but not too much more. We do need to watch out to make sure that Phantom's sides, the sides of drive, stay intact as well. Pumpkin with two nice shots there, and now having Phantom back in that corner, not a happy, fun time memory for Phantom. And it looks like they are having those drive issues, but getting a good hit there on Pumpkin, and another one. And Phantom's drive seems to be back, at least momentarily. Pumpkin now stuck in the corner as well. Phantom backing away, getting a nice head-to-head shot. Both of these robots getting some pretty good engagement. Phantom now getting to the side of Pumpkin once more. And Pumpkin really needs to kind of get out of that little bind they're in. Getting a good little shot there on Phantom. Nice, another good shot. Phantom with a massive shot on Pumpkin. And another one. And a good little pop-up there, too. You gotta think right now Phantom might be on top, but there's a really solid shot by Pumpkin. Both of these robots trading blows. It looks like Phantom's right side drive is going out a little bit, but it looks like Pumpkin's right side drive is also starting to take a little bit of damage. And a nice little pop-up there. I think that was from Phantom. And you can see the hot glue on Pumpkin. You can hear it. It's come loose, and now that spinner is loose, so it won't be hitting nearly as hard as it normally does. And it will take longer to get up to speed. But it looks like, I think the armor on Pumpkin is propped up, and it's actually propping up their right side of drive. So neither of these robots have a full side drive. Yeah, you can see that epoxied wedge on Pumpkin has come off, or at least it's loose. And you can hear Marco saying he can't turn left, I can't turn right. We can't really move and hit each other, but there's a good shot there from Pumpkin. And a nice little shot, weapon on weapon. Neither robot really getting the best of that engagement there, though. And these robots are just crippled. And they're just... Oh, Pumpkin seems to have a little bit of drive back, but it seems to be gone again. But this is a very slow crawl to the finish. Both of these robots are very tired. Phantom not looking the best drive-wise. Pumpkin coming in to try to engage. but Phantom kind of just able to keep that drum pointed at the front of Pumpkin, and Pumpkin has stopped. That weapon has stopped. The drive has stopped. Pumpkin seems to be dead, and we can hear the countdown. And for the final time, Phantom might be able to scrape by the skin of its teeth. And they've done it. They have won the championship against Pumpkin. I think it was either going to be these two or Tungsten that won the championship. I think deep down we knew it the whole time. Phantom just was the more consistent, more reliable one. They had a brutal schedule, but they still came out on top. Undefeated in tournament matches. Good job to Phantom. You definitely earned it. So now that the tournament's done, we do have 2 more episodes of exhibition matches. Will there be commentary? Maybe. I'm not too sure. But for the future of this channel, I'm not sure. Might do a 3rd season, might not. It really just depends on how college goes. But thank you guys so much for coming on this journey with me. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me improve as a builder. Big shout out to Chaotic Robotics and Oof Robotics for sending their robots. And another big shout out to Duck for letting me send out my robots to Duckbots Season 3. Even though Pumpkin didn't do good there, it was still a very fun time. And also big thank you just to all the community. They've been great. They've been very helpful, very supportive. If you guys want to see an up-and-coming builder, since I'm kind of definitely at the end of my rope, make sure to check out Cat's Eye. I love this dude's mods. They are very awesome. He's currently working on a big project that I'm not going to spoil anything with, but definitely check him out. Want to do one more big thank you to my best friend Marco and his girlfriend Jasmine. Marco, because he was the second driver and he brute forced several days of tough filming. And Jasmine, well, she just has to put up with Marco. So, no, I'm just playing. She was actually there. She watched pretty much all the matches, actually. So, very fun hanging out with them. Really couldn't have done it without them. So, big thank you to you guys. Anyhow, guys, that's going to be it from me. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.